About 4:50 this afternoon, we got several calls of a motor vehicle crash up on I-70 going eastbound. In this section here, it's kind of a, I-70, how we all know how it winds through, but it is through going eastbound. A semi, we're still looking at what took place with the semi that kind of started all of this, whether it was a lost load, some type of brake failure. We're looking at some mechanical issues. And what had happened is the vehicle came down, ended up colliding with slower traffic, causing a very big chain reaction crash that also ignited and started a fire. At this point, there are several injuries. We do have at least one confirmed fatality, but given that the scene is very active still, as we've seen here, we can't say what the numbers are exactly, just given the unsafe part of the scene right now. So once that gets all taken care of, then we'll certainly get some more accurate numbers and notifications and stuff like that. As of right now, we are looking at 12 cars and 3 semis that are involved. That number may change, but that's the preliminary from our folks on the scene, and with the help of State Patrol and the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department. Those are the numbers that we're getting now.
Do we know if the fatality was the truck driver or another passenger vehicle?
At that point, we don't know quite yet who the fatality is. I know there were several people taken to hospitals, and given our distances and dealing with that, we're still working on identifying who was where and when all this took place.
And again, what was inside that truck? It seemed like it served as almost a combustible object.
That I don't know. I've heard from conversation, I've heard wood, that it was loaded with wood, but I don't know that for sure.
Do we know the time that passed between semis coming is it coming down a hill? Is that right?
Yeah, if he's going eastbound, as we can see behind me, that direction eastbound, where all the police cars and the fire trucks are all in the eastbound lanes. Okay. And so yes, eastbound is what started.
Okay, so trucks coming eastbound, crashes into slower traffic.
Correct.
And then more cars are crashing behind, or no?
It sounds like the truck or the semi drove into all of the cars, so everything took place out in front of it.
Okay. And do we know how long before then the fire started and then the fire spread?
No.
It spread to other cars, right?
Correct. That is correct. But I haven't heard a time frame of how long before the fire really ignited.
Is the working theory that the other school bus accident that shut down I-70 for a time may have played a role?
That I don't know. I mean, 450, as we all know, traffic's pretty thick on I-70 as is, and I haven't heard anything about a previous crash down the road that would have caused any of this.
Did the driver of the truck involved get out?
Get out?
Yeah, did he make it out alive, or?
I don't know. That's what we were just talking about. I don't know the exact of who was injured compared to the fatality part. We're still piecing all those together.
What are they doing right now over there? Because I know it's on the other side of that bridge, right?
Yeah, the main part of this investigation starts at the bridge and then goes east from there. Right now, it's still just making the scene safe. It's more of an active fire right now than it is an accident investigation. Obviously, for the folks working, the first responders, it's a matter of being safe before we can get in there and really start putting together what took place and when.
Do you guys have a loose head count on maybe how many people went to the hospital? I know you don't know everything.
I don't at this point.
Okay.
I can't imagine that this is going to open anytime soon.
No, this will be several hours that at least eastbound I-70 will be closed.
And can you tell us about the bridge? We saw the flames coming up on the bridge. Is the bridge safe, or is it being inspected?
I can guarantee CDOT, Department of Transportation, is looking at that. I've seen their vehicles around, so yes, I'm sure that's being evaluated before we go any further there.
Can you talk about the emergency response? I mean, it seems like folks from all over are here. Who exactly responded to the smoke?
Well, West Metro Fire, obviously, for the fire part of it. We have State Patrol. We have Jefferson County Sheriff's Department. We have City of Lakewood Police Department. I don't know if Golden PD is here. Their boundaries are real close to this, but and with CDOT responding. So there was a very active response. Given this stretch of I-70 really comes in and out of jurisdictions. At some points it's State Patrols, at some point it's Lakewood, then we get into Wheat Ridge farther north, and then Arvada, and from there. So that's the reason for the big response. One, because it's a very serious accident. Two, because of the location, it gets a response from all of us so we can continue with the investigation that way.
hold another one of these tonight?
Yes, as we get updates, we'll start doing more updates that way. Right now, this is very basic in the start of the investigation, so there's a long ways to go with this.
And is the fire out now?
I have not been told yes or no to that. I haven't talked to anybody from West Metro yet.
And it just seems like a lot of people, even bystanders, helped. We've been talking to a lot of eyewitnesses who said that they stepped in and tried to help as many people as they could. Are you hearing that as well?
I haven't heard any of that, but from the command post, the biggest concern is making the scene safe. And then, like I said, the investigation will start as soon as that is there.
A lot of people have left the scene. Do you want to hear from eyewitnesses that were here?
Yeah, if we have some witnesses that didn't call in already. Now, I have not checked our computer screen from our dispatch log to see who's called or who hasn't. But yeah, if they saw something and they were not contacted by an officer of any jurisdiction, then yeah, they can certainly call the Lakewood Police Department, and we'll certainly get back to them as soon as we can.
And you said you're not sure what it could be, but you are investigating whether it's a loss of a load, brake failure, mechanical failure. All those things are possibilities. None of those have been ruled out or decided upon.
Correct. I mean, we have to try to figure out why this happened. And the semi, coming into the slower traffic, there's got to be a reason, and that's certainly what we'll investigate and find out.
Will that be hard with the fire? I mean, is there a way for accident reconstruction or something like that to piece that back together, or could the fire have damaged a lot of that evidence?
I think it may slow us down a little bit, but I certainly believe we will come down to what truly took place by witnesses. I'm not sure about video around, things like that will lead us up to the crash. Because once the crash happens, then we just piece it out from there.
And again, just to reiterate, fatalities and injuries one more time.
Right now, several injured. I know of at least one fatality, and we had 12 cars involved and 3 semis. And that number may change too as, like I said, the scene becomes safe and we can get in and start looking a little bit closer.
Any idea how fast the semi was going, that he ran into 12 cars and 2 other semis?
No, at this time, no idea on speed.
Do you have any idea where that semi was coming from and heading to?
No, I know very little about the semi or actually any of the 15 vehicles involved.
Okay.
Considering it's a commercial vehicle, the truck, is there a special agency that's going to get involved with that?
Colorado State Patrol is helping us with their motor carrier safety unit. They will certainly come out and help us with that part of the investigation. And we work very well with them and them with us, and we'll go from there.